Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Looking, and we are the Bite B. Members are Mr. Looking, David Otvina, and then Marvin Malarta. So our topic for this presentation is about service-oriented architecture. So service-oriented architecture is an architecture approach that enables software components to be reused in cases. It uses network services to form applications utilizing common communication standards for faster integrations. This service-oriented architecture is a complete business function, making up assembly easier. So there are two major roles: service provider and a service consumer. So when we say service provider, a service provider is an organization that maintains and offers service for others. They advertise their services through a registry, along with service contract outlining the nature, usage, requirements, and fees. So, an example of this is on AWS. So, AWS maintains various cloud computing services to business and individuals. So, they advertise their service through their website, along with service contracts detailing the nature of each service, how it can be used, its requirements, and associate fees. Customer can then choose the service they need to agree the terms outlined in the contract. So service consumer can locate the service metadata and the registry to develop the requirement client components to bind and use service. So this means if you're looking to use a particular service, like a cloud storage provider, you can find details about it in registry or directory. Once you find it, you create the necessary tools or software to connect to the service. You might develop an app or script that interacts with the service to upload and retrieve files. So how does it work? SOA enables users to build applications by combining existing services following design principles for system development. It organizes functionalities into interoperable services that can be integrated into various software systems across in different business domains, fostering reusability and flexibility. So that's it for how it works. So this is the advantages of this architecture. So service reusability. So you can build multiple applications using the same services. Easy maintenance. So for the easy maintenance, services can be updated or modified without impacting others. Platform independent. So the platform independent, you can mix and match service from different sources regardless of the platform. So next is the availability. So the availability, services are easily accessible when needed, and the reliability. So applications are more reliable because issues in smaller services are easier to fix than in large code bases. Scalability. So scalability service can run on different servers, making it easier to handle increase in demand. So next is the disadvantages of this architecture. So high overhead. Checking input parameters of service every time they interact slows down performance, increasing load and response time. High investment. So requires a large initial investment. So complex service management. In this disadvantage, managing interacts between service involves exchanging many messages, which can become overwhelming, especially when dealing with millions of messages. So next, practical applications of SOA. So SOA is infrastructure is used by many armies and air force to deploy situational awareness systems. So in this example, military situational awareness, armies and the Air Force use SOA infrastructure to deploy systems that provide real-time information about the battlefield, helping commanders make informed decisions. SOA is used to improve healthcare delivery. So here, SOA is used in healthcare to integrate different systems and share patient data securely, facilitating better coordination among healthcare providers and improving patient care. So, mobiles, this nowadays many apps are in games and they use inbuilt functions to run. For example, an app might need GPS, so it uses the inbuilt GPS function of the device. This is SOA Mobile Solutions. SOA help maintain museums and virtualize storage pool for their information content. So museums use SOA to maintain virtual storage pools and amounts, storing and managing vast amounts of information content, such as historical articles, images, documents, making them easily accessible for research and preservation efforts. So in conclusion, with the help of architecture, software designers can create modular, reusable, and interoperable system in an adaptable and scalable manner. So what enables business to easily adapt to shifting business requirements and spur innovation by encapsulating business functionalities as services and encouraging loose coupling and standardization. So that's it for my presentation and service-oriented architecture. Thank you.